Well, welcome to a final part in our series, Don't Forget About Tomorrow, where we're looking at this premise is that we're not to get so caught up in the drama of today that we lose sight of the promise of tomorrow. We've talked about how God thinks about your tomorrow more than you do. We talked about how the devil's thinking about your tomorrow and he's trying to steal your tomorrow by holding you onto your past, but we're not going to let our past dictate our future. And yesterday, of course, we just discovered that what we do today really matters and impacts your tomorrow. And today we're going to really land that thought a little bit further when we look at this concept. You can change your tomorrow by changing your today, that you can literally change your tomorrow by changing your today. I remember many years ago struggling through school, really just, trying to get through it and barely got by. Years and years later, I found myself having the opportunity to do a master's. I couldn't even believe they'd let me in. I completed that master's. You know how I did it? I did one paper at a time, one reading at a time, one book at a time, and you get there. It was amazing that you can change your life. And I was really quite uneducated to being able to complete my master's and now continuing to study even after all of that. And you can do the same thing. You can change your future right now just by changing your mindset and going, I'm going to make a change today. If you want to see a harvest, then it's very simple. You've just got to begin to plant some seed. If you want to save for a house, let me tell you how easy it is to save for a house. Start with $5. Open up an account and just put $5 in there, and it's called house deposit. And you might go, $5, Rick, that is useless. No, it's $5 more than you had when you were thinking about saving for a house. This is how you begin to change your tomorrow. You change your today. If you want to be in a relationship, have a shower. Brush your teeth. That's how you change it. If you want to be great in the kingdom of God, then start washing some feet. Start doing some acts of service. Serve in the house, serve in the church and as the church. Think about perhaps inviting a friend along to a service or just share it on your Facebook page even. Disciple somebody in their walk with God. These are the ways that you can change your tomorrow by just simply going, well, I don't have much, but what do you have? What is in your hand today? That's the point. What do you have today? We all have something. It may be so small and insignificant to you, but it might be the breakthrough moment that somebody else needs. You remember the story in 2 Kings chapter 4, where the poor widow was there and Elisha says, well, what do you have? And she says, well, all I have, I've got nothing in the house but some oil. And he said, well, gather the jars, beg, borrow, steal some jars and begin to pour that oil out. And she didn't stop until the capacity to hold that oil stopped. So she just had the little bit of oil. That was all she had in her hand. There was a small boy who had his fish lunch with Jesus and, fish and chip lunch basically. And the disciples said, but what is this in amongst such huge a need? And Jesus said, it's not insignificant, it's all I need. In Matthew 14, he takes what the little boy has and he goes, this is all you have? That's all I need. And that's what you've got to remember, that 1 Peter says that he's given us everything that pertains to life and godliness. Everything that we need, he actually has already given us. And we've just got to be good stewards of that. We've got to know how to use it. We've got to be intentional how we make the best use of the things that God has already blessed us with. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 10 gives us again another amazing promise that he gives us seed to sow and bread to eat. Can I encourage you? Eat the bread, don't eat the seed. Eat the bread, sow the seed. That in everything that you've been blessed with, God is giving you a seed portion so that you can improve and change your tomorrow. You can change your tomorrow by making the most of what you've been given and blessed with today. And Proverbs chapter 11, verse 24-25 says that a generous person, even though he's giving out, he will surely prosper. Because why? Because as you give out, you are literally setting yourself up for tomorrow. And the seeds that you're sowing today ensure the harvest that you have tomorrow. So can I encourage you, don't get caught up in the drama of the day. The situation that we're in, the circumstances that we're facing, whether it is in your internal world, whether it's even, right across as a global pandemic. These things don't control our future. God controls our future. He says he orders our steps. And if we stay focused on what He's called us to do, then we can do great things, and you can do great things. So good spending some time with you. God bless you.